Happy Friday! How's your Friday morning and Friday evening and Friday afternoon going? I trust that you are having amazing, awesome, fantastic Friday. Okay. Hey, Tajima-san, Gasume-san, happy Friday. Thank you so much for coming. 来ていただいてありがとうございます。おやすみなさいですね。おやすみなさいね。ガス。えつこさん、Happy Friday! Thank you so much for coming! こんばんは。来ていただいてありがとうございます。Okay, Happy Friday RPC11. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you. So how's your Friday night or evening or morning going? Are you guys already relaxing? Whoever lives at, like maybe it's over there nighttime, relaxing? Or are you still working? I'm not quite sure. Where I live in the morning, I start my Friday. It's a beautiful way with you guys, right? So, and then I'm happy to be awake. What do you think? Are you happy to be awake? Right? I always let you guys know that so many people in this world, they didn't make it today. Or they just didn't wake up, right? Or they didn't make it till Friday. So it is a great way to celebrate today and tomorrow morning. Okay, so today is I do IG live in English. So, but what I speak today, talk today, it's kind of, it's just, oh, I don't say same. I talked yesterday about, it's basically how to drink wine. Not that it. How to boost your sensuality. Sensuality is, it's not only for women. I can say it's also for men too. That's so important. That's why I want to just keep talking the topic in English today, but I kind of do modified, do an English version. Oh, here you are, Tessa. You are early today. Thank you so much for coming. I am going to talk about how to boost your sensuality. I learned the word sensuality from you, Tessa. Oh, my daughter, ARG. Well, ARG is arigato. I'm not quite sure, but it's important. Sensuality, I didn't think how much it's important. I learned through Tessa, right? Here you, my dear. Thank you. Here you, my dear. Here you are. Here you are, my dear. I didn't realize that, but it's not only for women. I want a man to listen. Oh, Jody69, thank you so much for coming. Happy Friday, right? Because I've learned, okay, especially 50 women, 50 and older. That's so important. You know why it's important. Okay, after we pass certain age, right? Like I'm 53, and then I notice, we starting turning to a little bit more man, right? Because we started losing estrogens. And then notice, like when I'm driving, or like when I get in the car, I look at the mirror and just like, oh my gosh, do I have tweezer? Like chin hair, right? And then just so sad. It's just like, I'm start worrying, like, oh my gosh, I am going to have a beard one day. It start from one chin hair. No, I understand, right? And then sometimes when I go grocery shopping, there are some women probably have chin hair. It's okay, everybody's different, but I don't want to be one of them. It's your choice. Life, you have a choice. Hey, Newrisburg, thank you so much for coming. Happy Friday. Yes. So that's why it's so important to work on, build on your sensuality, especially after 50 years and older, right? Don't you agree? It doesn't matter women or men. It doesn't matter. Both. I do believe that. Hey Peterson, happy Friday. Thank you so much for coming. Right? So, why it's a benefit to it, right? Why we have to work on to it, right? Okay, so it's just through my experience too, and I see some people too, right? For example, you going for date night with your husband or with your wife, okay? Just to picture it. She looked really nice, summer dress like me, right? Like the one wearing it, right? We go to the nice restaurant, nice bar. And think about it. When she ordered glass of wine, okay? There's a glass of wine, and then like waitress put it on the table. If she's starting to gobbling, just grab the wine or grab the glass, right? I'll put it this one, grab the glass, and just starting to, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. It's starting to just gobbling. Don't you feel you get some kind of disappointment, right? And then maybe you look at her and just like, oh, okay. You feel like some kind of like, And then of course, she doesn't realize, but she is, the way she looks so nice, dressed up so nice, but how you behave, how she behave is also so important. Yes, that is for sure. Use your sensuality to make positive changes in your life. Yes, I totally agree with you, Tessa, right? Because it's just like you're like a nice dress, a nice hairstyle, makeup, so ruined, right? And then maybe your partner, your boyfriend, the date or like doesn't matter. Maybe he said that I love you no matter what, but maybe in a little something he just kind of a bit disappointed. Who knows, right? So anyway, I've learned through Tessa, even if the way you eat, the way you drink, it doesn't matter, coffee or tea or wine, there's a way to boost your sensuality. And it's so benefit to it. And it doesn't cost money to change, right? Except for a nice bottle of wine. So yesterday I was showing how to do that, right? And then this is so important. I wanted to show, this is like a little exercise, right? I wanted to show how to do that. And forgive me, I am still a beginner. Yes, Tessa is my teacher. I am still beginner, but I am doing my best. So anyway, so before that, why I bring this to topic, right? I'm gonna say that too. I was reading the book about mindfulness, and written by Japanese monk. And then it's kind of funny. The book is this, right? In Japanese, it's backwards. I'm so sorry. So he was talking about. I just like, I can learn about mindfulness. It's so important. So, and then he was talking about how to drink wine using mindfulness. And then I was reading it and I felt like this is exactly how I'm looking for. Help to boost our sensuality. How to make women more happy. And then when women is happy, we are happy. And then I do believe men are also happy. Happy wife, happy life, right? That's what usually husband said. So I was so curious, and yesterday I was reading through the book, what he was doing, saying that on the book, and I was showing. So, okay, that's enough talking, right? So this is it. This is like 8:41 in the morning. Yesterday I did the things too. I had a sip. I sipped a glass of wine too, right? And today is I'll do the same thing, just a little bit, right? The wine in the morning, Yuko. Are you out of your mind? No. You know what? In Canada, maybe States too, Say when I go shopping, like LCBO open maybe 10, liquor store open 10 a.m. or 11 p.m., right? And then when I go there, sometimes, the ladies stand there, they're like, would you like to have a sample? I always say yes. So I get to have a glass of wine, and not glass, little wine. It's like about 8, 10 a.m., 11 a.m., and no problem. So I am just kind of start early, but this is all I have. So anyway, first, boost your sensuality, right? So this is how he says in the book. So you hold the glass, right? And you look at the wine, and you can just see the color, and you kind of swirl, right? And you smell. And you use your sensuality. You use your sense. This is my excuse, yes, to have a sip. You know it. So before that, use it like when you go out with your husband, go for a date, or when you have the boyfriend forever, right? You got this. Oh, thank you, right? First, it's important. Don't just grab glass. You hold glass, right? Like this, like always Tessa does. Or like this, the very feminine way. And then just smell it. And you smile. And you look at him just like, oh, it's so good. And then like, this works, right? This always works because I use it. When I do it, my husband's, he brings a bottle, he buys a bottle of wine for me too. So this works too. So anyway, I smile and use your sense. And then just imagine like, okay, this has aroma, right? You just feel the aroma. And then like this one has mocha and raspberry. It's hard to, it says a label on the back of the wine too, right? So you just like, you read it and you just kind of remind yourself, yeah, I can smell hint of mocha. I can smell like vanilla. Yeah, and then make it by doing it, all your cells, DNA, what's in there, start to stimulate. Too early for all the sexiness. I know, but you know what? It's 9:44 p.m. in Japan. Friday night, right? That's so important. And then you just do not gobble it, right? And then after that, you just still, it says on the book, wait, you can't drink it yet. Still says on the book, and you just kind of tip the glass like this, and then even he said that, right? There's a light over there. You just put it and you can see, you just see through. Put in the light, just see through the light, right? The wine. And just like, enjoy with your eyes. With your eyes. How beautiful the color, right? And like, wow, this, when I tip the glass and look it through, it's not only red. It says only red wine, but you can just kind of see all different color. You enjoy it. When you're doing that, you know what you can see, what he sees you. And then, your eyes reflection. Like he will probably see, right? Sparkle in your eyes. So romantic, okay? I am creating today's live a little bit more romantic, a Western way, a little bit sexier ways, right? Yesterday I did it a little different ways because it was too sexy for Japanese women. So I want to start small to educate, elevate Japanese women's sensuality, right? So I am learning through Tessa. Okay, and then when I learn through Tessa, right, and then it's my job to tell or show, to do that to Japanese women. So I have to create a Japanese version, right? But today is like, I'll do it like kind of Tessa's way. Blame it on Japan. Yes, I learned through Tessa too. 7 p.m. in France. Okay, that's a famous one. So anyway, that really helped. And then also, he probably catching like, wow, you know, he feels it like, oh my gosh, she is sexy. I love my wife. How lucky I am, right? He's so happy. And then, you know what? But who feels happy most? It's you. You are experiencing this moment, this important moment. You're engaging yourself, right? So this is so important. And then just doing this, and then you can have a sip. You allow yourself to have a first sip. You know, it's so mindfulness. Mindfulness is engaging the moment. The moment. When you engage the moment, you can create, and your life is more satisfying, right? Fulfilling, and then like just rich, right? And so it's you, there is, you know how to, when you master this, engage the moment, your life, you no longer feeling boring, right? Just like, oh, like, oh, my life is, nothing happens. My life is so like wrong. I feel really like, what is called, Tessa always say, like my shoulder hurts. Like I have, like those things too. You're too busy to engage the moment, right? So you don't have time to feel or complaining, right? And you don't have time to, those things. So that's so important. So I'm talking about wine, but it's same things. You can just use coffee, tea, food. It's the same way, right? I got off with silly Instagram. I know Instagram is being silly, entertaining us. Hi, Aman. Happy Friday. Thank you so much for coming. So anyway, after like 20 minutes, I will have a sip of wine. Just like that. Right? So when you have a sip of wine, and also you feel like, how to drink wine, right? Kind of. Did you Google it, how to drink wine? You kind of like throw, like you can just kind of in your tongue, and you feel, because the sense, your tongue has like a, what is called, like a flavor. It's like different, right? Different part of the tongue has, you can taste different flavor. You enjoy. Tip of your tongue, you feel sweet, and then like kind of the like deep in your tongue, I don't know how to say it, but you feel bitterness, and like you can just have 5, or I think it's like 5 tastes, right? So you use your taste bud everywhere, right? Whole tongue to enjoy your taste. And then you also says, hey Yukina, happy Friday. Thank you so much for coming. Yukina, cheers. 와인 넣는데요. And then when you just like, you also, he says, it's important to you feel when you go wine going down through your throat and going down the stomach, you feel the burn, right? The burn, like a desire in your stomach. Just so important. And then it's so important to feel that way, because you want to feel, you want to boost your sensuality. So that's how you drink. Wine, it's same things. Wine, coffee, and tea, same things. It's called mindfulness wine drinking, or tea drinking, a coffee drinking, mindfulness eating. It's all same things, right? So by doing that, can you see, like you guys been watching me, right? And when you drink, say I'm using wine for example, right? Example. So when you do this, like your face expressions, just, you can't have awful face expressions. You can't look too serious. Especially women and men too. over 40 years old on over, right? If you don't make an effort to create, to have a face expressions, if you don't make an effort to use a face muscle, right? You look angry. Don't you agree? You look angry. Like your ordinary face is angry face, miserable face, right? I told my husband one day, what's happened to your face? He said, what? This is my face. What's wrong? What do you mean what's wrong with it? Or what's happening? What's happened, right? But I just like, no, are you angry? He said, no, but that's how our face is, right? So, this maybe every time you drink coffee, every time you drink tea, every time you drink wine, like Yukina's drinking right now. I'm not quite sure. Or Tessa's drinking wine now. Who knows, right? Right? Just practice like the way I did. It's like you cannot have a miserable face. You cannot have nothing but smile. Nothing about everything just like kind of going up, right? Means lifting. So it means when you do that, you like all your body is responding too, right? And like cells and everything is responding. So that's really help to boost your sensuality. That will help to, it's gonna match with what you wear. You have sexy or you have beautiful dress that you have, but your behavior is not matching. It doesn't work, right? So you bought a beautiful summer dress. You have a high heels. You have a beautiful accessories, right? The necklace and all those things. You put the makeup nice. You got the hair nice, And also you need, and then it's important, and those ones are very important. And it's also important is how you behave. How you behave is boosting your sensuality too. Anyway, so actually, after that I put this one in the caption, right? Captions. So anyway, I don't want to read everything because I'm going to put those ones, how to boost your sensuality in the captions, right? So I find it, I want to just share a little bit about at the last two. So I still remember the last year when I went to Tessa's house, and then we had tea. She made a tea for me. And then I was observing, right? I was observing Tessa, how she drink. And then I was mimicking, right? Because I usually say like this is a cup, right? I usually just have one hand. And I don't know why I always put it like drink tea. Same thing drinking beer, right? Like drink beer. It's kind of manly. And then I was always gobbling. Just like sip, 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 right? But the way she was drinking tea that night, it's like romantic, and it's like enjoying it, right? It's engaging, it's mindfulness. So I still remember the moment. So I started practice. I forget, I'm not perfect. I forget to do that sometimes, but I just I remind myself, like when I remember, or I'm getting better as I practice, right? Because it's turning to like routine. So I started to drink. I still remind myself, hold the cup when it's not too hot, right? And then, or you can just hold it both hands and you start drinking. And then I notice it tastes much better. My coffee tastes much better. My tea tastes much better. And the same things, when I do eat, I engage myself, right? When I do eat, make sure I chew food. I make sure I pay attention to the food, what I eat. No watching TV. Don't do that, right? I know you want to boost your sensuality. I know you want to have a great relationship with your loved ones, right? You have to start practicing little thing. When you're eating food, turn TV off, right? Put the music on. Just enjoy a little bite. Like the little bite of toast, you just like, you feel the taste of the bread, you feel the taste of texture, you feel, right, everything. It's when you do that, some people just like, what's something, those things something to do with the good relationship with your husband, with your loved ones? Yes, because everything starts from you. You're taking care of yourself. You engage in yourself, right? You are having a great moment with yourself, mindful, right? Mindful moment with yourself. Everything starts with you. Don't you agree? Hey, Georgette! Happy Friday! Oh, it's nice to see you, Georgette. Right? Thank you so much for coming. Yeah, everything starts with you, right? You just have if you don't have a great relationship with you, you cannot have a great relationship with the others, right? Yes, Georgette, you can watch an archive. I was drinking wine, right? Yes, how to drink wine, and it helps to boost your sensuality. Just, I'm not gonna do it again, but it's like you can check it out. It's like, and then by boosting your sensuality, you're gonna have a great relationship with your loved ones. And it's surprisingly, right? Because he wants to make me happy, right? Sounds fantastic. Yes, cheers. He wants to make me happy. So he thinks the other day, I just like, oh, I got no wine. Oh, Edson, happy Friday. Thank you so much for coming, Edson. Right? I just like, oh, I got no wine. He said, you got no wine? I just like, yeah, but that's okay. I can live with it without wine. That's all right. He said, no, you have to have a wine. And then that day, he works 10 hours a day. He drives 2 hours a day, right? To go to work. He works 10 hours a day. He wakes up 4 a.m. in the morning, right? He comes home, he's exhausted. But he said, I will drive you to liquor store. I will buy you wine. You deserve it. I will buy, it doesn't matter. You pick whatever you want. I just like, really? Really? He said, of course. And he bought me a really nice, I picked them, but so I just like, okay. And I picked 2 bottles of wine. The one I usually don't buy. I usually don't buy for myself. And he paid for them. It's so amazing, right? So this is why it's happening is I took care of myself. I practice, have a great relationship with myself. So little things I share today, and you can practice, right? You can practice, and then magic will happen. I guarantee, because I've done this, right? So anyway, thank you so much for spending time with me. I really appreciate it. You take your time to be here with me too. So anyway, yes, and then I am pretty sure your sensuality has been boosted by more than 1%, right? Anyway, yes, it just said, oh, 英語わからないから英語話せたらいいな. She said, one of my Japanese followers, she said, I don't understand English. I wish I could speak English. Yes, you can. It's possible. If I can do it, you can do it, right? Start small, 1%. You can say hi. Or you can just come in here when you are doing live. You can just say hi. Hello, type in English. That's how you start everything. That's how I start, right? So anyway, I trust time flies when we're having fun, right? So anyway, I trust that you had great Friday and great weekends. And do not forget, Sunday self-care is coming up this Sunday, 9:30 Eastern Time. Tessa and I, we will, we're gonna have so much. We will have so much fun, and then so are you, right? So that's all about. We have to have a fun because we are awake. We've chosen to be awake today. So create to find your own. Thank you so much and take care and have a wonderful, wonderful sensuality day.